All right, so to finish your time of distance learning, we're going to do a little project, and really it's more, of an art project than anything, because you get an opportunity to draw some pictures. We are going to incorporate some math, so you do need to find the slope, which is why many of you practiced finding slope from a graph the other day. But just a quick reminder that your slope, excuse me, is simply the number of boxes up or down over the number of boxes to the right. So I'm just gonna go through the guidelines here. So your objective is that students will create an illustration using at least 20 straight lines and as many other lines as they would like. Then they will calculate and label the slopes of at least 10 of those lines. Okay, you can label more, might give you a chance to get all your points. Let's say you label 11 of them and you get one wrong, you still have 10 correct slopes, so you're getting your full points for that. Okay, so you'll need graph paper. There's some that you can print online if you don't have some left over from your supplies that you brought back from school. You'll need a ruler, a pencil, and some colored pencils and or markers. Some people in the past have used both just to kind of highlight things, make them a little bit bolder. That's completely up to you. All right, so your project requirements. Okay, if your name is legibly written on the front of the project, that gets you 2 points. Okay, easy points. The second part, the title of the illustration is chosen and also written on the front of the project. Okay, so be considerate of this, be thoughtful, try to come up with good titles for this. Okay, 3 points if your project is a creative illustration. Okay, the example that I'm going to show you would not be an example of a creative illustration. Mine's going to be very basic, just so you kind of get the feel of it and the idea of what is expected. I want you to really think about things, connect things to your life. What are you interested in? What are you like? That's what you should kind of incorporate here. 3 points if it's neat and colorful. So just make sure you're using your ruler and you color it in. You're getting 3 easy points there. Okay, and then so that kind of makes up the first half of the points for the project, and then the last half will come from the 10 straight lines with correctly labeled slopes. And once again, it doesn't say that they all have to be straight lines. Okay, there's lots of things that you can draw that doesn't really work for straight lines. You just have to have straight lines within there. Okay, 10 to 20 of them. If you really only do 10 straight lines and all the rest of them are curvy, but you have those 10 lines correctly labeled with their slopes, you'll be getting the full points for that. Okay, please note that it has to be 10 different slopes. Okay, often when we draw lines, our slopes tend to be 1 if it's going up or -1 if it's going down. So you want to be mindful of what your slope is going to be while you're drawing the picture, because at the end of it you might have this awesome picture, but you only use 4 different slopes, and then you're missing out on a lot of points there. Okay, once your project is complete, you're going to mark the score on your rubric. The score that you believe you earned in the provided blanks above. So you'd give yourself however many points, and then total your points down at the bottom. And then your teacher will decide if they agree or disagree and give you the mark from there. Okay, I just want to show you an example. This is one from some of the years past that we've done this project. You'll notice there's lots of curved lines. I think this one's a pretty cool one. It's a platypus. So they have a straight-billed beak, so he used that for a lot of his slopes. And he definitely added other things as well, but he has his 10 slopes. So right here, he used U, that refers to undefined. Remember, all vertical lines are undefined. Down here, he has a horizontal one. All slopes are 0 there. Okay, right here, he has this -1 because it's going down 1, right 1. Here he had 2/3 because it's going up 2, right 3 to get one from line to the next one. Okay, he made the other side of the bill a little bit steeper. He made it 3/2 just so that he could get his different slopes. So that was there. Okay, he has his +1 slope right here because it's going up 1/1. This one from here to there would go up 1, right 2. He kind of left it in the background. Kind of erased it, not necessarily the end of the world. Right here, this one's going down 1, right 4. This one here is going down 2, right 3 if you were to extend that line through there. And then here's another one, down 1, right 2. And then the rest of them are down there. Okay, but like I said, It's neat, it's colorful, it's a cool concept. He added a penguin in there, and he used a lot of straight lines, but he used a lot of not straight lines as well. But he has his 10 there. This is just one example. I provided some other ones. Just one example of a project that would get full credit. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a basic picture just to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking for here. Once again, it's very basic. I'm just giving you some hints and tidbits to just kind of help you out. Okay, so here is my just little set of graph paper. Not overly big. You'll have much more space to work with, okay? So I'm just going to draw a house because I think that's going to be the easiest thing I can draw to give you an idea of what I'm looking for here. So first thing I'm going to do is just draw the base of my house. I'm going to make it blue because I can. All right, so there is my house, the bottom of my house there, okay? So I drew vertical lines and I drew horizontal lines. So I already have two slopes here. My vertical would be undefined, so I would label that. And then this one right here would be 0, okay? If you draw a vertical and a horizontal line, you already have 2 of your 10 slopes, okay? Now, I'm going to put a roof on it, okay? My roof is going to cover another 2 slopes because it's going to go up in one direction and down in the other, and it should be about the same to match up, okay? So my house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So I'm actually going to, because it's only 5 boxes across, I'm actually going to have to do a little bit different slope, but starting here, I'm just going to say over here, maybe I'm going to go up 3/2. So that means this line, these 2 dots need to be connected, so I know that that slope is 3/2. Okay, that will make my slope a little bit different on the other side, because on the other side I'm going to have to go down 3, right 3. Okay, it's going down, so it's negative. And remember, we always simplify. I did not draw that very straight at all. Let's try that again. That is much better. So my slope on this side is -1. Okay, so right now I'd be sitting at 4 slopes. Okay, I don't have enough. So let's say maybe I want to add maybe a window somewhere, and my window is going to be a rectangle, or excuse me, a triangle, because that will allow me to get some more slopes. So I haven't used the slope of +1 yet, so I'm going to draw a line from there to there, because I go up 1, right 1, I know that slope is +1, and then I'm just going to finish that there. My window is a triangle, okay? So then I'm sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slopes, so I have 5 more. Okay, maybe I want it to be a sunny day. So obviously the sun itself is circular, okay? So I'm going to draw that circular. However, I could incorporate some different slopes with the rays, okay? So I'm going to go from here to there, okay? And here I went down to right 1, which means my slope is -2, okay? I can throw some other ones there just to kind of make it look the same, okay? But maybe for this one over here, I want that one to be a +2. So I make that there, okay? Incorporate some more, kind of going off in different directions. Maybe this one is going to go be a really long one. This one I go down 1, right 2, so my slope would be, excuse me, I have to go from left to right. So it's going up 1, right 2, so my slope there is a +1/2, and I can throw some others there as well. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slopes. Now I just need 2 more. Okay, maybe I'm going to draw some blades of grass. Okay, and my blades of grass could maybe do, I had a +1/2, so now maybe I'll do a -1/2. So there's my -1/2, and I can add some more blades of grass to kind of go along with it. Okay, over here as well. Okay, so one more. Maybe I want my door to be a triangle as well. That way I could get my final slope. So I'm going to go with a black door. So I'll change my color here. Okay, so let's see. I've used a slope of 2, but I haven't used a slope of 3 yet. It'll look kind of funny because it's going to actually here, how about I do 1/3? So I'm going to start right here. So if I know I haven't used 1/3 yet, I'm going to go up 1, right 3. So that right there can be my door. I'll put a little door handle on it. My slope there would be 1/3. Okay. Now once again, this is a very basic picture. I wouldn't call this creative by any means. I just wanted you to kind of get a feel for some of the things you need to think about while you're drawing the picture. Because if you just draw your straight lines, you might not have enough slopes at the end of it. So just be mindful of your 10 slopes kind of as you're going. You know, if you know I'm going to draw this type of a line, if you can make it be a slope of 2/3 because you haven't used a slope of 2/3 yet, do that, and just do that by, you know, saying I'm going to start here. So if I know I need it to be 2/3, I'm going to go up 2 boxes, right 3 boxes, put your dot there, connect them with their ruler. Okay, have fun with it, and I hope you win.